Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Chronicles of a Crafter. So anyway, today is our Index Card Scrabble Piece Challenge, and we are up to the letter S, and I just can't wait to get started because I have 3 Scrabble pieces and 3 index cards somewhere here on my here's my 3rd one. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, get started with my Scrabble Piece Challenge and just glue paper to paper. I'm also going to try something new today. This is called Puzzle Saver. It's just a clear paste. It says laminate and preserve with a trowel applicator. So that's what this is. It's totally for puzzles, and that's why they give you this plastic trowel so that you can get in the grooves in between the puzzle pieces. But we're not going to use that. I'm just going to use a brush and see how far that gets me. Once I'm done, I will let it dry, and then we can see what it looks like. Alright, so on my desk here I have some seahorses and some shellfish, sea animals over here. Over here I have spirit in that laser cut wood. It's not really wood, it's more like chipboard, okay, or maybe balsa board, or balsa wood. I have stars, okay, so, and that's also in that laser cut. And then I grabbed some of my snowflakes from over the holiday season. I have here some rub-on transfers. So this is the word spring, and it's a rub-off transfer. Okay, so I'll get that on a sheet, and then I have some more rub-on transfers of shells and seahorses and shellfish and all kinds of stuff. Of course, I'm going to collage this, but here are my 3 Scrabble pieces. The letter S, it's worth 1 point each, and I have 3 of them. So let's just start gluing stuff down. So I have here an ad from the San Diego Zoo. I don't think that's a real animal at all. Obviously it's not, but I am just going to tear off this bottom section here where it says San Diego Zoo Wildlife Lines. So I'm using my Jot Activity, which I found to be a really good solid glue. And I didn't even ink this one yet, so I'll have to ink it once I glue stuff down. But I have on my desk Salty Ocean for my seahorses and shellfish and all of that. And I have also Rusty Hinge. Don't know why, I just like that yellowy mustardy color to give the project just a little bit more color. So I'm just going to start popping things down here and then layering things on top of it to get my collage going. So I'm just going to tear this because I don't need all of it. And this is just from that really old recipe book. So hopefully I didn't think about making that dish. So I hope y'all are having a great day doing fun things in your crafting spaces, or at least even just watching YouTube, right? That can be fun. I'm going to put some more of this paper. And this is just from the, I believe it's U.S. News and U.S. World News. It's a recent paper. It's not anything old. But I do have here on my desk some old paper from the San Angelo Times, or San Angelo Standard Times. I've been saying it wrong all this time. But yeah, this is just some really old 1963 newspaper from a small town in Texas called San Angelo. So I'm going to place that down right there. I'm just really giving myself a base so that I can stencil on top of it and stick some things on it. Also in my stash here I have some glow-in-the-dark stickers, and oddly enough it's of sea animals. So these will look great on here as well. So place this down here. Okay, no rhyme or reason, just gluing paper to paper. I also have my little, this is my Goodwill receipt. I will tear it. And I want to add it to this project. Okay. So I'm just going to glue this down right here in the middle. And I'll ink this as well because that's dark white against my index card. It's a little nutty. So here I'm just gonna grab my dauber. Let me spritz just a little bit of water on it, and I will ink this up just a bit. Okay, so now that's down. I'll let this dry for a few minutes while I grab my other index card. And this one I will ink the edges before we start, and I'm going to do Salty Ocean. And all I did was rounded the corners with my largest corner rounder, which is about 10 millimeters. So this should go fairly quickly because it's a very bright blue, very saturated. Excuse me, a very saturated blue. Okay, so it's already giving you the vibe of the ocean, right? So I'm just going to place this down here, just about anywhere, and I'm going to stencil these on, and this will be my backdrop for this index card. I'll just lightly go over this area, trying not to move the stencil. Okay, and so that's what that'll look like. I always get like a slight tickle in my throat. I don't know why, but it happens. I'm gonna stencil this guy down here. I am going to leave this blue one right there, grab my worn lipstick, and blend these two together. So I'm just going to grab another brush, get some worn lipstick on there, and blend these. Okay. And now we have what looks like an actual, so that's so pretty. Okay, enough of that. I could do this all day, like this, and making masterboards. I can stencil all day long. It's just so much fun. All right, so here, I'm just going to start gluing down some of this stuff here. This is just another article. It says, "So they say." I'm just gonna glue it down. Let me get some glue on the back here. I'm just going to glue it down right onto this index card. Okay. And here's a recipe for saffron buns. Sounds interesting. But I'm going to tear it in half right about here. So you're not going to get the full recipe, but saffron buns is an S word. focus. There we go. And and I've never had saffron buns. It sounds interesting. I love saffron rice, but I've never had saffron buns. And I'm just gonna pop this down right in here. Okay, and let's see, maybe, just maybe, I will stencil a couple of these shellfish onto here. Not stencil, but transfer. And I just use a bone and scrape it onto here. And yes, this is going to be great to scrape this off. And now we have that little guy going on right there. And yeah, on the opposite side, I will probably do another little guy, just to tie it all together, right? I'll place this one like right down here. Yep, that'll work. It just takes a little bit of maneuvering to get it to release itself from the plastic coating that's covering it. So yeah, you just have to keep working it. Don't give up. Just keep going at it until it all transfers. Alright, I'm gonna let this one dry. I think I just need one more little something down here. Here's from that recipe book. Again, this says Spain and Portugal, so I know I don't need the and Portugal part, but it's a nice solid square piece that can go on the project right there. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside, let that dry, and let's go ahead and do this little tiny index card. This one I'm just going to fully collage with paper. And then once I'm done, I will stamp on here. So I'm just going to stick paper to paper. Okay. Here is this is from the San Angelo Standard Times. It's like a, enclosed is the blank number of dollars for blank number of copies of the memorial edition of President Kennedy's assassination at 25 cents each. Oh, that's so sad. Why are they selling that? Oh. But yeah, I guess you can fill that little order form out and get a copy of such a terrible time. But I will stick this right down here. I thought it was an order form for a subscription to their newspaper. Turns out that they're capitalizing on such a sad thing. So anyway, I will cover up parts of this. I know it's part of history, but there, I'll cover that up, and then I will place this one on this side. This is a nice little like, you know, color wise, this looks good. Highs and lows, lots of contrast on here for decorating. Okay, so not much done on this one. I will ink this one with Rusty Hinge. Okay, and then we'll start gluing down our solid pieces. But before I do that, maybe I'll just do it after. I don't know. I wanted to try this puzzle saver thingy. Maybe I'll try it on this one. Let's see how fast it dries, and then we'll know. If it takes too long, then I won't get around to this particular index card. But if it dries quickly, that would be a great thing. I'm just digging down inside of this little pouch that I have here on my desk for a Tim Holtz distress brush. And apparently this is very thick, and because you're just gluing it on, applying it to paper, you probably don't need a whole lot. If it's a puzzle, you feel free to go in, but it's just clear paste that I'm applying here, and I just want to see if it dries shiny or matte, you know, and how well it holds. Because if it holds really well, then I can recommend it for puzzle sealers. But if it takes long to dry and it's clumpy and or shiny, then I know that I wouldn't use it on my projects going forward, except for maybe on a puzzle. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside, and hopefully it dries quickly. Just remove some of the excess that's on there. All right, and on this one, let's glue down some of our fancy stuff. I'm gonna use Fabrifix glue, Fabrifix Fabri-Tac, Beacon 3-in-1, Fabrifix poster board, Beacon poster board glue. They're all the same. I'm going to use this one that has a much larger tip to get enough air in there to bring the glue down quickly. If I was using my fine tip through the Sugar Bell icing piping bottle, it would take forever, and it's not even ready to play today. So I'm just going to start gluing down my shellfish. Or I always say shellfish. Is it a shellfish though? It's just a shell. Yeah, I'm just going to start gluing down these shells, which is my S word. That was not where I wanted you, but that's where you're going to live now. And this is a seahorse, all cut from that laser chipboard. I get these at the dollar store again, so you can keep your eye out for that when you're at the Dollar Tree or Dollar General, if you have one. They're just in their craft section. Okay, and now I have glue on my desk, but that's fine. And I will glue down this guy. This is my letter S in the wood finish, my Scrabble piece. Okay, 1 point. I'll see if that one is complete in just a moment. I'm not really sure if that's all I want to put on there. Actually, I will place on here this little glow-in-the-dark sticker. Oh good, it's transparent. Woohoo! I'll place this guy, move him up. I will place this guy right in between here. And then I'll place some bubbles. These are just very small, transparent, glow-in-the-dark stickers. Okay. Alrighty. So I guess this one is complete. Alright, let's go back to this guy. I think I want to, let's get spring on there, which is my rub-on transfer. I'm just going to place it right up here and use my bone folder to rub this off. It's going to be partially on the newspaper, partially onto the index card all by itself. And you can tell when it's releasing because it starts to shift off of the plastic that's holding it down. And then wherever it didn't transfer, but you can just line it back up with the partner that it missed, and then bone fold it, scratch it off, rub on transfer it, whatever it's called. All right, I think I got it all. Yep, got it all on there. So there's spring, and I'm gonna put some stamps on. So these are my postage stamps in the form of a, you know, a stamp. So let's see. Grab a stamping block. I'm going to stamp this with, oh, I can stamp this. Let's do rustic, what is it? Rustic Wilderness. That'll look good with the spring. I hope it transfers. Ah, not too shabby. I like that. That looks really good, actually. I'll put one of these guys, another postage stamp. Nice. Yeah, this looks great. I love the colors in here. And I will place one more postage stamp on the side here, just to tie everything together. Okay. Okay. Sweet. And those transferred really well, so I don't really have that much ink on my stamps, nothing much to clean off, so that's good. And then for contrast, I will ink this one with worn lipstick. Where's my pink? Okay. So many of you have asked, well, a couple of you have asked, you know, has my finger gotten better yet? I can tell you right now, my finger is getting better, for one, but two, the nail, I smashed my finger a few, I want to say a few weeks ago, maybe, it might have been even a month ago. And yeah, I smashed my finger in a chest, like one that you keep at the foot of your bed with blankets and whatnot in it. So that happened, and it was fine for about a week. It hurt like a mother when it happened, but at the time it was okay. And yeah, I was fine with it. So didn't think anything of it. Just, you know, just let it be. It'll get better on its own. Then I found out that it was my nail that got caught, you know, between the hinges or whatever. And then my nail started turning blue. So I figured, well, my nail will probably, it'll fall off, you know, or it'll just get better on its own. But I get my nails done often, you know, so as I'm getting my nails done, they file back, or they remove your cuticles. And yeah, with the removal of cuticles week after week, or every 2 weeks or whatever, and now the entire nail wants to leave the bed of my finger. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, but it's just a matter of letting you know that it's just a process. Like when your nail wants to, even a toenail, if you bump your toe and your toenail wants to fall off, it'll take a few, probably even a month for it to fully fall off, and then it'll probably take a year for it to fully grow back. So you guys are gonna have to look at this for a while. That's all I'm saying. Because what's happening underneath there is not pretty. It's just a process, and I've accepted it. So I'm just gonna drop these snowflakes anywhere on here, and then whoops, on the sticky side. Okay, and then we'll move on to our last index card. I'm trying to get all 3 of these S points going. So So, not that the points matter. I've always said that. This process has no point value whatsoever, except for the fact that each index card has, each Scrabble piece has a point, okay? A number. So on here, I am going to place my letter S, my little vinyl letter S. I placed my nautical rope right down there, and I've given this one plenty of time to dry, so let's see if it's ready to accept some pieces. So there's my S. I forgot. I have the letter S for squirrel. I have to put this on here. I'm so sorry, guys. This squirrel is going on here somewhere. I don't know. I've ran out of space. Here, I will place it right here. The squirrel has to go on here. Talk about crazy land. Like, where am I? Alright, that squirrel lives on this project now. And so does this little guy. This is a little laser cut wood squirrel. He also lives on here. I completely forgot and went willy-nilly with the glow in the dark stuff. It was supposed to go on this index card over here. Let's see, I wonder. Oh, this video is going awry quickly. I wonder if I can remove this guy as opposed to forcing my squirrels onto the other one. Yeah, I can take these off. Yeah, I did go nuts with the glow in the dark, and my squirrel and washi squirrel and wood laser squirrel was supposed to go over here. So I was going to do a sea animal, my spirit stars, and then my squirrels. See what happens when you get to talking? Things just go nutso. Now I gotta pull the squirrel off. Come here, squirrel. You're coming with me. Alright guys, letter S has taken me down the rabbit hole. I do apologize in advance. But this is what happens on live television. This is what happens when you have a plan and you forget to stick to it. You get to talking about all kinds of stuff, and things go awry. All right, there we go. Here's my letter S for squirrel. Here's my little tiny squirrel eating a nut. Here is my washi squirrel, which was supposed to go up here. All right, and now this is complete. All right, I'm happy now. Here's my sea animals. Put some bubbles in there. Here is I'll have to stick this back over here. Here's my squirrel, my land animal. Okay, and here is my spirit stars with some snowflakes. And spring is coming. I promise you, it's on its way. Alright guys, I will definitely talk to y'all in the next video. Don't forget to check out my links down below. And if you like the content here on this channel, give this video a thumbs up. Hit the bell for notifications after you've subscribed to the channel. And I will definitely talk to y'all in the next one. Alright, stay naturally curious and have a crafty day. Bye!